Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first things first, I've moved my desk. Then you can see in this corner there's a bit of glitter tape, and there's here and here, so I know where it's off camera and where it's on camera, because I've noticed in some of my last videos it's kind of off center and it doesn't look very good. So yeah, this is what I'm trying now to see if this will help. So this is my latest sketchbook. I literally just finished it today as I'm recording. And that's from the 19th of May to the 8th of July. So it's about been almost 3 months, but I did take close to a month's break in between. This sketchbook has about 13 pages that I've actually used, or used both sides of. I made the sketchbook myself. It's handmade. As you can tell, it's falling apart a little bit, but whatever, I can always glue that down if I help it later. But yeah, the sketchbook's done really well. It's with a paper that my friend got for me. I don't know what the weight is or anything like that, sorry. I think it's, it feels similar to waterpaper, but not quite as durable as waterpaper. So if I had to guess, I'd say maybe around the 200 gram mark. Something around there. It's still quite decent paper. Unfortunately, I can't say where it's from or anything. As I said, a friend got it for me and it didn't have any markings on it because she'd taken it off or whatever. Right, so let's start. So this is the first page. Also, you'll notice I write a lot of stuff like this inside my sketchbooks. So basically I got lazy and rushed the watercolour on this because I spent about 3 or 4 days on this page. Because like, it was the opening page and needed to be good. And now looking back, I could have done so much better, but that's the point of a sketchbook, to learn and get better as you go along. Faces still aren't my strong point. I've definitely improved from here, but I've got a long way to go. But yeah. Also, I used the water palette I got from my school art kit, which was really shit and low quality. But I did find out I can pop up the school colours out of the palette and I put in my nice ones. So now I not only do I have my big palette, but I have a little travel palette when I'm kind of painting either in a different room or just when I'm away, stuff like that. So yeah. Now lots of fun using a wet on wet watercolour technique because I hadn't done that before. But yeah, also I did lots of eyes because I'm trying to kind of find which eye I like best, because I'm really tied between this kind of big, bold, like sexy eyelash eye and like a really creepy, like a Banshee 80, I think it is, eye, which is kind of very minimal line work, very big and round iris, kind of like this one, but a little more creepier, and it's in my last sketchbook. I did a study of her eyes. If you want to check it out, I'll also try to link her in the description below. So this page, I love the concept and I think I definitely will turn this into a finished piece eventually. But I use these pens. I mean, the pens are alright as pens, but they didn't work great for this because they weren't waterproof and they are a little bit too vibrant. Plus I don't like the colour of the island or how quick it was, so. But I love the concept and it turned out pretty good, I think. Also, the face is actually quite good on this one, considering how long ago it was. But yeah, I definitely want to revisit this one because the arm is pretty terrible. The anatomy isn't bad, but it could use some work. Here. I like drawing plants for tattoos and things, but I have trouble finding ones that I like. So I just went out to the park with my dog and we picked up some leaves and things. And then I drew them in 3D, like when they were just being picked, and then I flattened them for the life reference. So this one is really flat, which is on my drawing looks nothing like it because my drawing I drew it when I was 3D. So same with this one. This leaf is kind of flat, facing that way, not that way. So, but yeah. So this page, here I was drawing something. I think I used watercolours or something that I couldn't really erase. So I covered it with black gouache, just the Reeves, hold on, to grab the gouache. This is the exact gouache I used. This is black, noir, or I'm not going to say that loud because I probably will butcher it, make it sound really racist. But this is gouache by Reeves. It's a student grade brand, And I have the watercolours of this too, so this is the watercolours I use here. I have the 24 set of watercolours, I believe. Yeah, they're really good. I love this brand. It's student grade, so it's quite good quality. They aren't super expensive, but they work really well. Anyway, so cover it with gouache, and then I went over with red pencil to draw a sketch of a snake. And then over that again with a white pencil to make it look more vibrant. So I just got a message. Stupid phone. Yeah, and I said, what happens when you fuck up? But I did get to try pencil on gouache, so it's a happy little accident in the words of Bob Ross. Then I wanted to try foreshortening because a lot of my characters are quite stiff and their movements aren't very fluid. They're kind of standing or on the side, like they're not very dynamic. So I found this picture of one of my favourite YouTubers, Nibbles Official. I will link her, even though I kind of butchered her. But I tried to practice foreshortening. I love the way the hands are foreshortened. I think I did a really good job there. But everything else is a little bit naff. Also, I couldn't draw her feet, so I just covered my sheen with glitter. Moving on. So I thought this half of the page looked a little bit dull. It was a lot of greys and blacks, which I love. I love like grayscale things, but I'm also a big fan of colour. So I decided to do these cute little potion bottles to add colour and practice layering my watercolours. Just because I'm quite new to watercolours. I've only been using them for a few months and not that often. As I said, I took a break for about a month in the middle of the sketchbook. Just because my school art teacher wasn't... He kind of kills the art spirit. He's a bit of a... Anyway. I stopped doing art because of him and a few other reasons. But then I just left that school and I'm going to Learning Connection, which is an art school. So yeah, I started going again once I found that out and I'm really happy I did. Oh yeah, here I got these two really cheap markers off eBay and I'll show you them in a second because I used them plus two other ones I got later on. But I wanted to test the paper and the pens to see if they'd leak through. These are alcohol markers, so they do leak through. Yep, so they did leak through, you can kind of see here. But I wanted the page yellow anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered if they didn't anyway. So yeah, I painted it yellow, and then I really liked how the snake turned out, so I did some more drawings, this time with crystals. And then, yeah, so this page I painted purple because I loved the way gouache felt when I painted with it. But I wasn't feeling very confident in my art skills at the time, so I just painted the page. And then, lo and behold, my dad bought my mum some flowers, and it just started to die at the time I painted this. So, these are to mum from dad, the 3 flowers. These are some of her favourite flowers, and yeah. And then, these 2 pages are stuck together because the purple gouache got all inside the next 2 pages, and there's no way I could have saved it. But I didn't want to rip pages out. I have, admittedly, ripped 1 page out, but that's pretty good for me because if you saw my last sketchbook, I think that one was like 50 something pages originally, and I think now it's like 30 or 20. But yeah, yeah. So I wanted to practice drawing faces again. These faces, I'm getting better at faces here. As you can see, some of the watercolours leaked onto the next page. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really bother me. I didn't put much effort into this page. But yeah, these are people off Instagram because this is the time Pinterest started doing weird stuff and was only showing me ads. So I was using Instagram for my references instead of Pinterest, so I'll link all those people in the description below. And then here I just drew a few skulls to practice face anatomy. I mean, I couldn't really be bothered. Right. So moving on, this next page is a 2-page spread of Nude Woman. There's nothing graphic. Nipples and everything are censored, but they are wearing absolutely no clothing. So if you're sensitive to that, I will leave the time to skip to so you do not see these next pages. Okay. So that was your warning. If you look at the next pages anyway and you don't agree with them, I'm sorry, it's your own fault. I did warn you, they're wearing absolutely nothing. Nipples and everything is censored, but they are absolutely naked. Alright, here we go. So, I was feeling kind of shit about drawing faces. I think I drew a few faces on here, but just was not working out. So I wanted to draw this beautiful lady I saw on Instagram. It's Celeste Belrose, I believe. and she's absolutely gorgeous. We've actually had a few conversations, and I drew her on a piece of scrap paper. I tried drawing her face, but it didn't work out. Originally, I drew her in pencil, but then something happened to that drawing. I think I erased the face too much, and then I went up her pen. So without doing pencil lines under, I just sketched out in pen, and I love the way this turned out. These others are not done straight in pen. I didn't have the confidence, especially on my nice paper. So these are pencil drawings with pen over top and pen shading. Yep, so this one I'll show you here. This shading is very, very dark, but again, I'm new to pen, never used it before for shading. But yeah, I couldn't draw feet for this one, and the reference here had really strange shadows. It's not just my bad colouring in, but yeah, I love this one, love this one. This one's pretty good. Yeah, so these turned out really well. I love how these turned out. They gave me quite an idea of how the female form looks from different angles, and yeah. Right. So here I am trying to get back into faces. This one's my absolute fave, hands down. This one's pretty good. It's my first time drawing someone that's like Asian, because normally I just kind of draw females with, you know, white features. Occasionally I will draw someone black, but I don't really know how to colour in their skin properly. I don't know, it's just something I need to learn how to do, because I do want to get more colourful skin, but I am a fan of like pasty, really pale, like literally dead pale. I think that look like a Tim Burton dead look. I know, I love the way that looks, and it's just the goth in me, but yeah. Then here, I remember I was really sick, and I was in the shower for ages, and I got kind of bored just because I needed to breathe. And I started tracing the stuff in the rest of my bathroom on the shower window. And I realised it gave me a really good idea of how to foreshorten. And foreshortening, as I mentioned earlier with the picture of nibbles, is not my strong point. So, I picked a few rooms that I like from Pinterest and Tumblr and Instagram, and I drew them and then coloured them in with the two markers that I have and a little bit of gouache. Here, I did this lady who got a lot of likes on Instagram. I actually did go over her with paint, the cracks, so I did them in gold pink. Can you see the shinier? So is that not picking up on camera? I'm trying to show you how shiny it is. Oh, there we go. It's a really beautiful gold acrylic paint. I think I have it here. Yep, this is again by Reeves. And this is acrylic. Acrylic is not my favourite medium. It's not even close. But it's still a very pretty paint for doing small details like here and cracks. I wouldn't use it for a full piece ever because I just hate acrylic. But anyway, here I was at school and I didn't have any reference. I just opened a magazine and drew two faces. But I mean, I sketched them really quick because I only had an hour and it takes about half an hour to do a face. And then I got home and I just kind of wanted to watercolour them. Camera freaked out for a second there. As I was saying, got home, didn't really check them, just really wanted to paint them. So I rushed into painting them without giving them a second look, and I remember when I was drawing these, it was in a dark library. It was really shitty lighting, so I wasn't really doing much. I didn't have a lot of good lighting. The one underneath this black gouache is absolute. Oh, it was a really nice sketch, but my watercolour job wasn't very great. So again, I just kind of put the same black gouache, Reeves, over it. And then just use a white charcoal pencil to go over it and draw a nice face. This one, I love the watercolour job. The skin turned out really good, but her nose is way too small. And it looks a bit like Michael Jackson. No offense to them, it's just, you know, the small nose is a very distinct look. So I think if I'd done a nose bigger, it would have turned out well. And actually, that's a running theme with me. I'll draw the nose first, and then it will end up being too small. So I think I just need to try either doing the lips or the eyes first and leave the nose till last so I can fit it in nicely. And then this one I did these school. This one I love. I don't know why, I just think it turned out the best. This one's pretty good too. This one I don't really like, but you know, nothing much you can do. Oh, we're approaching the second to last page. Oh. I feel like the sketchbook tour is going way too fast because this took me like bloody almost 2 months to complete. Excluding the month I almost kind of didn't do anything. So, this page I posted some of it on Instagram. I started here, went to this one, did this one, did that one, and then did that one. So I really love this one. It taught me a lot about like watercolor techniques, like doing hair and fur and feathers. I mean, I love this page. It also taught me a lot about skin here. Also, sorry, I got another message. This is Celeste Belrose, the model I was talking about before, who I've drawn naked again. She's gorgeous and she's real friendly and nice. So, sorry, I just had to sneeze like 5 times. You know, she's really nice. So shout out to her. I've used her quite a few times for references. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah. And then the rest of these are other Instagram models that I used. Most of them, I don't think I'll be able to find the original model. But if you find my Instagram and go to look at the people I like, you'll be able to find the pictures if you really want to see them. And then yeah. So these girls are all inspired by different animals, because I didn't just want to draw plain old boring girls, because I love colour, as I mentioned earlier. So I wanted to make it a little more interesting and do kind of you know, animal inspired girl. So Celeste, her spirit animal is a wolf, but she's quite reddy brown hair, so I tried to make it like a running theme, but I think it kind of looks like a fox, unfortunately, but that's just kind of my bad ability of drawing animals. That's sorry, I've got a bit of I had a cold not long ago, so yeah, that's just more my ability of drawing animals. So yeah. Sorry, my camera did something weird again. Anyway, so yeah, I also use pencil in conjunction with watercolours, which is something I do quite often just to kind of get those finer details. Also with this one I kind of got lazy because it's my last one, and I was kind of sick of watercolours. I wanted to move on to the last page, so I was so excited to finish the sketchbook to share it with you guys. So I brushed the skin and did that with watercolour, and I did the shading with watercolour. The brown is all in watercolour. So what's the same watercolour? This is pencil, the shading's pencil, this is brown is watercolour. Here is also on pencil, and I use baby oil to like smudge it. That's a tip I learned. Yeah, and I think the skin looks alright. I mean, this painting could have turned out better. It's still not bad, but I think if I give it a little bit more time, I could have turned out a lot better, but maybe I'll come back to it and redo it. Ooh, the final page. I'm so like nervous. I don't know if nervous is the right word, but I'm excited to have this one finished because, I mean, as I said, sketchbooks are for growing and learning, and I believe at the start of the sketchbook, my skills aren't very good, but towards the end they're getting a lot better, and I think sometimes, like I purposely made this one short so it'd be easier for me to escape my earlier art which isn't as good, because I found I don't want to finish sketchbooks because I don't like how it looks at the start, and I think I need to start again so I can make a better sketchbook. So yeah, I have really loved this sketchbook. Again, the paper, I don't know. It's the same paper as in my new sketchbook because I made them both at the same time, but yeah, it's been good with the sketchbook anyway. On to the last page. So, I wanted to try toned paper, but I didn't want to buy any just in case I didn't like it. So I tried using watercolour. I think it's a little bit dark, but still. Also, my face is still need work, but I did like how this came out. It's quite grainy. I think the hairspray that I used to seal it, because this is charcoal, but it's not smudging. I used hairspray to seal it. It didn't, I think it brought out a lot more of the texture, which could work to someone's advantage, but yeah. This face, the anatomy looks alright in the initial sketch, but now that it's shaded, it doesn't look as good. This one is much better. Her nose is still a little bit high, as I said. I'm terrible with small noses, but yeah. And then on to the final thing. As I said earlier, I used baby oil, but the baby oil from this did leak you can very vaguely see the little black shadow. Because originally I was going to have this square on this side of the page. I'm left-handed, so I think I often put things more to the left of the page. Don't know why, I just do. But yeah. No, that thing was there, so I just smoothed it over and it covered it pretty much. Then this is my kind of original character. I don't know. I just kind of draw her a lot. I think this is like the third or fourth time I've drawn her. She's just kind of what I draw when I don't know what else to draw. And so for this I used the pencil and baby oil technique. That's how I got her hair this colour, because I mixed like 4 or 5 different pieces, just kept layering them until I got the colour, which I blended together with baby oil. And then I used markers, the ones I got from eBay. This marker, I'm American now, marker, and then some other pens that I got a little while ago. I also used this. I can't tell you what this is, unfortunately. It was a free pen I got in my pencil case when I bought it, because it came with like a pair of scissors inside, these pens, and like a few other little things. But yeah, this also came in a gold pen. So yeah, I use this for her necklace, her piercings, and her little button. Is that what they're called? Like those little metal buttons you have to put to the, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get. These are the markers I used. I'll just grab one. Touch, soft head, and they come with a brush tip and a massive chisel tip. These are alcohol based because they reek of alcohol, and they cost me less than $2 each. If you're from the UK or the US, they might cost you probably close to $1, because your money is worth more than the money in my country, just because we're a smaller country. So I have Cool Grey number 2, I have Cool Grey 0.5. Oh, they are triangle, so they do sit flat. I just didn't. I placed them kind of on the edge and on a so piece of paper. Also have Cool Grey number 5 and Cool Grey number 9. I have them here. That's 9, that's 5, that's 2, and you can kind of see that's 5.5. 0.5s I use inside her glasses just to kind of give it a bit of a sheen. The 2, hold on, let me just grab it. I use for her. Did I use it there, or was it 0.5? Or was it 5? I don't know. No, this one I used for her necklace. The CG5 I used for her bust top, whatever. And the 9 I used for her shorts and for her like cape and hat. I also used this Faber Castell pen. It came in a set of 4, a B, an M, an F and an S. I believe the S is a 0.5, the F is a 0.7, I think the M might be a 1, and then there's bold one, which is a, I don't know if it means bold, but this is the brush tip. So yeah, they came with a set of the other ones for like $20. So yeah, and the pencils I used are just kind of a student grade brand that I found in a shop. I don't think it has a name. I can't see a name on any of the packaging. I also used just some old pencils that I had laying around and some charcoal pencils that I got off eBay. I don't know if they actually are charcoal, but they're very soft and quite nice to work with. If you want, I can link that down below too. Also, her tattoos are supposed to be wolfsbane and sage, but I didn't really know how to translate them into tattoos using just pencils. So yeah, I mean, this page is an experiment page. Also, wolfsbane, there isn't really any clear images that I could find of what the flower actually looks like, so it kind of just looks like a bit of a blob at the moment, but whatever, there probably are pictures, I just didn't put the effort into finding them as much. But yeah. So, that was my sketchbook tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. It took me a very long time. And now moving on to my new one, which is also made by me, which is this one. You see they're done in the same paint, the silver paint, same as this gold, but silver. They came in a set of 4, silver, bronze, rose gold, and gold. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This one is from the 19th of May to the 8th of July this year, and this one hasn't even been started yet. So, stay tuned and you can find out what goes in this sketchbook. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Read out.